Morning. So it is a lovely, cool morning at the moment. We'll just get a check over done on this thing, get the engine blown down, check fluids, and we'll have a good look over the knife as well, because damn, I was giving that a hard time yesterday. You guys should check this out. There's that 15mm I've been looking for. Unreal, can't believe it's still sitting there. Just go along and have a look at all our knife sections. If I don't have any broken ones after yesterday, I kept getting this dirt that would build up, like a bit of old stubble would catch these knife guards, or the bottom of the front would just start bulldozing some dirt, and then next thing you know, you're just hoovering in all this dirt. So I'd be shocked if there isn't a broken one somewhere. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We didn't go too overboard replacing many knife sections before we started harvest, because I just thought, oh well, if we're doing beans early, we're going to destroy a few. So there's some not too great ones on there, but I'm not too fussed at the moment. Damn, that pack's in there. Check some belts here and then grease the knife and clean some windows, and we're about done. We'll take this tractor back with us to empty it down at the bin site, so we'll fire it up, let it warm up while I wash some windows. Hey bud, you might want to move off the road. You might get run over. I'm no wildlife expert, but I think it might be too late for him. I think he might have already been run over. Let's see how we're going here this morning after that bit of dew. But they're not quite, they're still a little bit tough. Not real super snappy and crunchy, but they're getting there. Not too bad. You can just feel they're not quite as brittle as they are sort of when it's nice and warm, so they won't be long. Oh, it is just super hard to not look out there and just feel completely demoralised this year. You just think, what am I doing here? What am I actually doing here? I'm just spending money, wearing machinery out, and all for what? Just to get some seed for next year? It's a tough one. It is a tough one. But that sun is starting to warm up, and the flies are starting to wake up too, so that's a good sign that it's starting to warm up out here. You see them? They're starting. Yep, get off me. That is why I do like to get out nice and early and get my morning maintenance and jobs done. I like to beat the flies. That's the secret to it. But all jokes aside, I'm just going to run into town quickly. I just want to get a few cans of contact cleaner to put in the header. You just got to use contact cleaner when you pull the front off and you're cleaning the single point or the multi-coupler, whatever you want to call it, single point connector, I don't know. And then I think we'll turn our base station on and make our way up here and get cracking into it. I'd like to get these beans polished off. You know, it'd be nice if we're done sort of late afternoon, and yeah, then we can have a try of the wheat and see where the moisture is on that. All going well. full bore wheat harvest tomorrow. We will be going as hard as we possibly can. Locked and loaded. Let's roll. You can warm up and wake up. Gonna have to be so careful grazing these paddocks this year. They are just powdery. The sheep will come through here and just turn this thing into an absolute powder keg. So yeah, it's just not much coverage here unfortunately, but that's what the year's served us up. I was going to reach close to the trees here, but there's nothing there, so we might just stay out a bit, because I know the sheep will come in here and they'll hang right around these trees and they'll flog it out. Away, they are yielding next to nothing, but it's hectares per hour, not tons per hectare at the moment. So unbelievable the difference that a little bit of moisture has made, just a little bit. This paddock being harvested last year, the other one I just harvested was cut for hay last year, so I didn't use as much moisture for grain fill, which I spoke about. In here I'm getting a lot of these pods, just nothing in them. They're just green still. You can see absolute stacks of them there. So, and yeah, these plants are starting to go green again. I assume they're not happy with their first attempt at setting seed, so they're coming back again. There's just heaps of these, just absolutely nothing in them. But I mean, all in all, an absolutely horrendous crop of beans. I don't think I've seen the moisture meter move, the yield monitor move yet in here. So anyway, we'll just like a couple more hours I should be done in here and we can put this paddock to bed. And just about put bean harvest to bed. I've got a few hectares just down by home, which I'm not going to harvest the whole lot because it's even worse than this. There's just a few good patches in there I'll go in and patch out. Then we can switch over and try the wheat. And I think, like I've spoken about, it is just the 1%ers, the 2%ers, the 5%ers this year that make all the difference when you come to harvest. It's just those tiny little bits of moisture here and there that help get you across the line. So funnily enough, this paddock here was desiccated first, but it's still got a heap of green pods and stuff in there, and I think just with the rain we've had around lately, it's just greening it all back up again. It's not shutting it down and drying it out like it normally would.
She wants to ride the buddy seat on her own.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, be good. We've got some sushi blueberries in there for Dad.
Thank you. What do you got there? Are you playing games on there? Yeah. Your hands got pretty dirty coming up the steps. Wipe them on me. Look at that. Oh man, they're filthy. There you go. What do you got in your backpack?
Some and a water bottle.
Okay. So you're happy? Mum bought me some lunch?
Yeah.
Alright.
We had a little box.
What did you guys have?
Can't remember.
Can't remember. Did you have sushi or not?
Yeah, we had sushi.
How was your trip to Piri?
Yeah, good.
It was good, was it? Excellent. Squirting soy sauce everywhere there. Really, Dad? You didn't take long to get into your lunchbox. I thought I was bad.
Well, no, because I packed that this morning.
Oh, okay. off to get into the next paddock that we got to go into, so not much I can do about it. And if you're wondering what happened to that guard, in the last episode one of the locks on it stuffed up, so I took it off. They're dusty. What do you got? Have you got my water bottle, have you?
Bottle.
Are you part of the moving crew?
I got your water bottle, Dad.
Thank you. Awesome. Might connect up to this comb trailer with this ute and just cart it all back down at once. That's alright. Yeah, I had to take that guard off because the lock wasn't working on it properly. Don't even know if it's worth doing anything in here, but anyway, we'll do it. Well, bean harvest is cancelled. We have canned it. We're not going to come in here and do anything. I just harvested 30 hectares for about 7 tonne. There's 14 hectares in here. It's the worst paddock of the lot. And I'll harvest it and there'll be a blade of nothing in here afterwards, so we're just going to leave it. At least then if Dad runs a few sheep through it, there'll be a little bit of coverage on the ground still, so it shouldn't blow or get too dusty or anything like that. But yeah, we're done. Beans are done. Got my seed for next year. What does that work out to be? Let's do some maths here. I think beans are about 650 bucks a tonne at the moment. I'd have to double check that, but yeah, it's about $15,000–$16,000 worth of seed, plus a little bit extra there, so that's good. Good result. At least we've got a grain, a seed to put in for next year. Ultimately, pulling that front off was a complete waste of time. I should have just driven down and gone straight into the wheat. But we'll give the grain tank a bit of a blow down on the header, just get the beans into the bottom of it, and then we might put a tonne or so through the machine, tip that out into the old red truck, get a sample, check the moisture, and yeah, we'll go from there. It's actually good that we did disconnect this. There was that much dirt and stuff sitting underneath the drum and up the feeder house here, so we scraped it all out. We'll connect back up now and yeah, change all the settings over on the machine. Alright, we'll change some settings on the screen in here and then we'll see what we are looking at. Can't see any green grains there. Moisture meter on the header was reading good. Some beautiful looking wheat, isn't it? Nice plump kernels. Just not much of it this year. A little bit of that stuff coming in, maybe off secondary tillers. Not super crunchy, but it's crunchy. Now, get a sample going on here, moisture meter. I don't even know what I said then, hardly made sense, did it? Maybe we'll take a moisture reading. That's the word I was looking for. I think it's right. Yeah, that was 10.3, but this is often a couple of points low, this thing. So the header was saying it was alright. Yeah. Can't see any green grain in here. It's not super dry and crunchy feeling, but it's too high when you stick your hand in it. No, it's fine. So it's probably around 12.5%. strip along the fence too, so if there's going to be green stuff, it'll probably be there. Get all that dust out of there. So I think the moisture looks good in it. We're going to get organised to get cracking with some. See if we can't fill up a bin this afternoon. Moisture looks fine, it's sitting around 11.5% on the header, and my moisture meter sort of confirms that, so we're going to keep rolling with it, I reckon. But we're not going to be able to go too long tonight because it's not warm out there at all, so the second that sun drops, we are done. But yeah, moisture's okay, yield is disappointing, very disappointing so far. I was hoping we'd be a little bit north of a tonne to the hectare. Yield monitor's not saying that at the moment. So, but I guess once I fill the grain tank once, I'll have a bit more of an idea. And there was some pretty crappy stuff around the headland, so hopefully it improves as we get into the crop. Looks like the cavalry's arrived. The only problem is it takes me a fair while to get that much grain to fill that thing at the moment. I think my chaser bin driver was snoozing. Him and Luke chatting away over there. 9.5 hectares and 15 tonne roughly, say 15. So we'll call that, yeah, a good 1.5 tonne to the hectare. This is the best part of the paddock here. I'm expecting it to drop off considerably over the other side. So I did a yield estimate on it and I came up with about 1.3 tonne. So we'll see whether that holds true. So it's doing about what I thought. It was alarming at first doing those headlands, I think. It was definitely the right decision to make to come over and get into this weed. Bugger scrapping around for a couple of hours in those beans for a couple of tonne. Actually harvesting something worth it at the moment. So it's nice to see there's a little bit here. Still nowhere near where we want it, but hell, after the season we've had, we'll take every damn kernel that we can get. You drop Graham off?
Yeah, give me taxi service.
He'll be happy now, he can knock off and have a run.
So you didn't tell me that, he said he was going to go do some sheep work.
He probably is, I don't really know. A little bit of greenish straw coming in there, but I'm not going to close up the sieves anymore to keep that out, because all I care about is it getting through the silo. But sample looks fairly decent other than that. If you're looking for someone to get you the cleanest possible sample on the header, I'm not the guy. I am not your guy. As long as it goes through the silo, that is the only thing I care about. The more open things are, the merrier. That's my motto. The more open you got the machine, the better your capacity, the less chance you have of throwing stuff out the back. So as long as it goes through, it's good to go. It's a good time of the year. I love harvest. That's why I farm it. It's just such a shame there's not much grain around this year. Heartbreaking, some might say. But I guess at least we have something to harvest. At least. So I'm going to get to the end of this straight, I'm going to pull out, I'm going to idle down, and we're going to shut down for the night. So That's good. We got stuck into a bit of wheat, 30 odd hectares of beans this morning, 25, 26 hectares of wheat by the time I'm done. What's that? Good 125-ish acres, something like that. So not too bad a day considering I was scraping around on the ground trying to pick up beans for half of it. But with all that being said, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for watching. We really do appreciate it. If you want to support the channel, you know what to do. If not, all good. You guys have yourselves a good one. Until next time, see ya.